Don't growl at her. Peter, you've seen her. You've seen her. Oh, poor pussycat. You've seen her already. It is a Monday morning, and I guess a couple months ago now, I did a vlog, like day in my life kind of thing, where I just checked in every hour throughout my workday working from home, which I would think would be super boring, but you guys really seem to like it, so I'm doing it again. I don't think I'm gonna be as prescriptive on the whole like hourly thing. Peter, this isn't like the best place for you. So I'm just gonna kind of check in throughout the day as I do stuff, and you know, it's hard to like share the specifics of what I'm actually doing for work, but I'll try to be a little more general and share kind of what I'm doing. So actually I'm starting my morning, well first I'm making tea and cutting up some fruit for breakfast. I have some strawberries and a peach that got real ripe, so I'm working on that. But my first meeting of the day is actually going to be with our student worker. So student worker is just a fancy way of saying summer intern. That's what the program is called where I work. It's not like an actual internship that they do for credit, so that's why we don't specifically call them interns. They're basically college rising juniors and seniors who have been hired to work with us for the summer. So it's kind of just about like, you know, getting job experience, getting the experience at normal times of like working in an office and how to, you know, interact with your coworkers and, you know, conduct business communications and all that kind of stuff. Last summer and now again this summer, the program is totally virtual, which on one hand, you know, it kind of stinks for them because they don't get that experience of being there in the office. But on the other hand, I mean, that's something that they're going to have to learn. You know, we're all working virtually, and so they should also learn how to interact with people in that way. And a cool thing that's come out of this is usually different sites put on like programming for the student workers, like to teach them about the company or different things that they can use personally, like how to write your resume, how to interview, how to like build your personal brand. And so the cool thing is, because it's all virtual, all of that programming is happening globally. So just because my student worker is located at my site, they have access to all of the programs across all of the sites, because some of them do more programming than others. So it's actually a really nice program this year. But anyway, my meeting with her is just to kind of check in for the week. Last week was her first week, and so I had like a morning check-in with her every day. This week, starting today, is just going to be like a Monday morning check-in, just to kind of like get her schedule together for the week, make sure she has stuff to work on, make sure if she's meeting with people, like she knows what to talk to them about, that kind of thing. So I will be talking to her in a little bit. Here's my little breakfast. Actually, even this mug is work related. My boss had these made for our team last year as Christmas gifts. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely take advantage of all these opportunities while you're here. Okay, so it's like 9:30. I'm about to get on another call. This is actually our like Monday morning team chit chat call. So it's supposed to be not work related, but it usually gets work related. We'll see what happens this morning. Hey, it's a little after 10 o'clock. I've been a little bad about checking in, so I'm just waiting on this training forum to start. But in the meantime, I wanted to tell you what else I did today. So somebody over the weekend accidentally assigned some training to our entire company, and people got confused and then they removed it. So I just had to send out a message to the audience that our group supports, just letting them know that that training was assigned in error and they can disregard it. I'm also trying to set up like a virtual birthday card for our boss. And what else am I in the middle of doing? We got a audit related request for some records for some different groups, so I'm getting that together, and sounds like our forum's starting, so I'm gonna go tune into that. I'm waiting for another call to start, and I feel really bad because a lot of our colleagues from China are on here. It's like 10:30 at night for them, and it was a holiday for them today, so it's really nice of them to show up. Alright, it is almost the cutoff time for my Imperfect Foods order, so I'm just doing one more scroll through here to make sure I don't want to make any changes. And if you are not familiar with Imperfect Foods, I have a much better video about how I do this with a real screen recording, not holding my camera up to the computer monitor, so check that out if you're interested in imperfect grocery delivery. Just came downstairs and everyone is laying around. There's one kitty. Here's another kitty. So I've just been in back-to-back-to-back meetings this morning, but I have about an hour free now, so I'm going to grab myself some lunch. First things first, usually I fill up my water cup in the morning and bring it up with me when I have my tea and breakfast. Forgot that this morning, and I definitely am starting to get a headache, possibly from being dehydrated, so I'll make sure I get my water cup, and I just keep this like filled throughout the day and drink through several of them. I'm usually really bad about drinking water, but I found this cup with a straw. You just like slurp it up really quickly. You don't even notice. And then I do have some leftovers that I could have for lunch, but I'm gonna just make myself some little snacky things. So I have these little mini peppers that I cut in half and fill with cheese. And then I also have some hummus and one more pita bread. I actually got more pita bread at the farmer's market, and this is Aldi hummus, so it's like a real high-low combination. A few minutes before my next meeting, and that is just enough time for a little bit of kitten playtime. So for the kitten, we had to get non-clumping cat litter because apparently little kittens sometimes eat cat litter just out of curiosity, and then clumping, it would clump inside their stomachs and be very bad. So I got this crystal stuff for her, but actually it's really nice. So I'm gonna try to incorporate it into all of the litter boxes. So I'm starting right now by kind of mixing it half and half with our regular clumping litter. Hopefully the guys don't notice. All right, hopefully they don't mind, and then we can transition over fully because it's really nice litter. She's so little and her bowl is so big. So this is about the part of the afternoon where I fill out my planner for the next day. You can see I had quite a few appointments for today, so I'm just gonna start filling in for tomorrow. And then all of my outside of work hours appointments and reminders to myself I do in my like weekly highlight color, which for this week is purple to match some of these flags. And now I'm ready to go for Tuesday. So it's about 3 o'clock now, 3:15, and back in the kitchen because I was just gonna get a little snack. I'm pretty much done meetings for the day today, but we do have a team meeting tonight with our colleagues in China that starts at 8:30 tonight, which is 8:30 a.m. tomorrow their time. So I might, you know, knock off a little bit early today since I'm gonna be back online for a couple hours later tonight for that. So update, I have another cup of tea and another bottle of water. What I'm doing for work right now is we have a monthly newsletter that I help put together every other month, and this is my month, and it goes out tomorrow, and the person who's going to do the final QC tomorrow morning just gave me a heads up that we're expecting a bunch more content for it that won't be ready until sometime after tomorrow morning. Usually I like to send it first thing in the morning or as early as possible, so they're saying send it after lunch, and I am just going to write a little note thanking her for the heads up and working out our plan for finishing the QC of the newsletter. So it's 8:30, I'm about to log back in for my last meeting of the night, and this is probably where I will sign off because this is gonna go until 10 o'clock at night, and by the time this thing's over, I'm gonna be probably ready to just crash and go to bed. So thank you for following along with me today. Hopefully you found this interesting. I don't know why people find it interesting, but apparently you do. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.